this is Amy. This is my first YouTube anything ever. I named my channel Amy Fat Free because this is going to be my video documentary logging of my journey into obtaining weight loss surgery and becoming fat free, hopefully, and a healthier me. I am so excited about this idea. I'm really excited. Beyond excited. I can't stop talking about it. This is my third attempt to an interest in getting weight loss surgery. I have been overweight as far back as I can remember. I know it's hard to say your entire life, but um, I actually was just talking to my mom, and when I was filling out some paperwork for the doctors and stuff, I probably started my first attempt at losing weight at the age of 9. Um, Back then, it was like Slim Fast was the big thing. My mom tried, and she thought that would be easy, and not so damaging to a 9-year-old. But then that didn't work so great because it's like you get totally made fun of when you're drinking a Slim Fast shake. Especially like a totally back in the day, it wasn't those cute little cans they have now, and it was like the old school big tubs that you had to make at home, shake it and put it in your thermos. And um, anyways, it was quite embarrassing because people knew. And uh, I did Weight Watchers like a year after that. I actually did okay with Weight Watchers, but as a 10-year-old, you only have so much control over your life. And I've done Weight Watchers several times. I've done everything. Okay, we don't have to go through like every diet that I've done. Anyhow, um, obviously I look the way I do. Not everything. Nothing has really worked. I really think this is the way for me, and it seems to be a good option for people out there. And I have done a lot of research and seen a lot of people do these video logs about their attempt at getting weight loss surgery and to lose weight. And I think it's an awesome idea. It's great to have that accountability to yourself when it's online and there for people to look at and see. Um, so I'm really excited about that. There have been a lot of researching that I've been doing, and a lot of people online, YouTubers, um, out there that have done this that I have inspired me, and who I am totally like a junkie on YouTube now. Never done it before really, but now I'm total junkie. I'm like always watching everybody and listening to all the tidbits that they can give you. Um, as I said, this is my third attempt at considering and being interested in weight loss surgery. About 10 years ago, I worked in at this one place, and I was totally interested in it. I had worked with this lady. I talked to her about it. She seemed to be open. She was really nice. I was close to her, and we worked a lot together. So I talked to her about it, and she happened to have a friend who went through it. And she was able to get her hands on information for me, which was really cool because I was not a big internet person back then. I didn't really have computer or internet access um, at home. So she was really cool about getting me information. We talked about it a lot. Um, Come to find out, several years later, I've gone back and seen the people that I worked with, and she's told me thank you so much for bringing that to my attention and talking to about it and being so interested in it, because she wound up starting to be interested herself, and she wound up getting the gastric bypass surgery, as well as one of my other coworkers there, and they both love it. She had diabetes. She no longer has diabetes. She says she's wished she had done it so many years before, and um, that was awesome to hear all that and for her to thank me. That was really cool. Everybody likes to, have a pat on their back every now and then. I'm doing this like in the cover of darkness, by the way. My husband is asleep and my daughter is asleep, and it's like really late. It's the time I get to do things like research and do stuff on YouTube. And you might hear my daughter every now and then make a noise or something because I have her monitor here. So the second time I thought about getting gastric bypass surgery or weight loss surgery was about 3 or 4 years later. I was at a different job working in a different city, and I made some good friends. And I talked to one of my friends that I work with, um, coworkers, and about how interested I was in it. And I started doing research on it again, and I talked to her about it. We'd go to lunch. Go figure. We're talking about weight loss surgery and going to lunch. Um, and she became really interested in it and started doing her own research on it and contacting her insurance carrier to find out details. And she really got into it. She wound up having the weight loss surgery and doing it. And I had to leave that job unexpectedly for reasons that maybe I'll tell you some other time. Because it was pretty impactful on my life. But anyhow, she had it 3 or 4 weeks before I left, and so um, that was really cool to see her. I went through some of the seminars with her and stuff, but this was like, oh my God, 7 years ago, 6 maybe. Anyhow, I went back to see her, several months after she had her surgery, and I walked into my old job, and I was talking to everybody, and somebody gave me a hug, and I took me a minute to realize it was her giving me a hug, and she looked so great. She was doing so well. So my last two attempts, I've seen somebody else do it, and I didn't. Um, this time I'm gonna do it. Third time's a charm. I'm gonna do everything in my power. I am not gonna give up. I will go any means possible, and I am gonna have it done. Um, I'm just so revved up and amped about it, and I appreciate all the people who have already done this video, YouTube, vlogging thing. So I've learned so much, and that is so cool, and I want to learn more from people who are in the same, situation I am, or in the same, part of their journey, and people who've gone beyond, and people who, are yet to come up, and learning from people who, your peers, and people who've done it is the best way to actually learn things. So can you see how excited I am? Um, I have the same reasons for doing it as everybody else does. Um, Health, and because it makes you feel better about yourself, and you want to be here, and you want to do things like the first one everybody here, I hear almost everybody says is to fly in a plane without having to worry about it. So that's on my list too. But I have a 2-year-old daughter who I absolutely love, and she is so vivacious and full of energy, and I love going and doing things with her and taking her places. Um, Funny thing is, today I just took her to the snow for the first time, and let me tell you, such a moment in time where I was like, if I had weight loss surgery and I was thinner and I was healthier, this wouldn't be an issue. But I like sunk into the snow, like to my, it's up my thigh, and that was kind of embarrassing. And then I have bad knees. I've had them all my life. I've had surgery on one knee, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna tell my husband, my knee is gonna give out, and how embarrassing. I'm trying to have fun with my daughter, and I'm sitting here worried about, what's gonna happen to me, instead of enjoying the moment. And I want to enjoy the moments with my daughter, and I want to be here for her for a long time. I want to see her get married. I want to see her have kids if that's what her journey in her life is to do. But I want to be here for her for a long time. Excuse me, I keep sniffling. I have a cold. I have a really bad cold, actually. So it's a weird time to start this, but I need to just get in and do it. Otherwise, I am gonna just not. So she's my biggest reason. I want to stay around and be with her. I want to do things. There's so many things that I haven't done because of my weight, as everybody out there has said. There's a list, Maybe I'll do my next video log as like, confessions of the fat girl, things that I want to do when I'm thin. And I know some of it's silly probably, but it's the things. It's, you have to have those little dreams to get you keep going and get you to the next step. Make you keep trying, and you gotta hold on to those. If you don't have those little dreams and those little yeah, what ifs, then what do you have? And I also want to do this because um, I'm tired of just existing in the life that I have and making do with what I am. I've complacent with myself. like I said, I have tried every weight loss that, diet, fad, anything you can think of. Um, I stopped trying a long time ago because the point is every time you do a diet, you gain some weight. And I learned that if you don't diet, then you can't gain any more weight. So that's my philosophy now. If you diet, you gain